Welcome everyone. TheDailyWoo here as the recording of the Saturday, June 25th, 2022. I am really excited the fact that I am about to consume a piping hot caffeinated beverage of the Tim Hortons persuasion. It has been not 8 years, but years since I have had, didn't get any Timbits, just a coffee. When I was in a band years ago, toured through Canada, and this is Canada's favorite coffee, or most popular coffee. If you pretty much look on every corner, there is a Tim Hortons. Except I am not in Canada at the moment. I am right on, well, pretty close to the country line. Oh, that's good. Oh my gosh, that's good. And there's a Dunkin' Donuts right there, which is funny because I always compare the two. I think Dunkies, I just made that up, has similar type of coffee, but when they're side by side, I gotta go with Tim Hortons. I left my hotel very early this morning. I've been on Interstate 90 all day for 6 or 7 hours. Covered a lot of ground before I even picked up the camera to start filming. I'm inviting you to join me as I go into Buffalo, New York. And I probably will end with Niagara Falls, but I will do a bunch of other stuff before that. Join me. This has been a long intro. That's so freaking good. Shall you? This place has coconut macaroons, also chocolate covered bananas, and a little sculpture out here. This lady holding half of a coconut. I don't know why Monty Python just, you take the coconuts and you bang them up together. Is she holding a coconut? She's holding something. I think it's a coconut. There's also a stallion. Or some other sort of, maybe it's a chocolate covered peanut? I don't know. Something is being hoisted up there in the air towards the ongoing traffic that's going by. And something is laying down here on its side, slumbering. Oh, bunny rabbit of some, yeah, I think it's a bunny. There's a cow over here too. Look cow. I've definitely gotten pretty familiar with toll roads. Last few states have been a lot of toll roads that I've been on. Some are pay in cash, some are pay by mail, some are pay online. It's kind of confusing. All right, I'm now going to check into a hotel. It's check-in time. And wait here, and a friend of mine is going to pick me up, kind of show me around the area. And I'll be riding along with him. But gotta go check in to the hotel first. All right, I'm now in the passenger seat. The town of Hamburg. Approaching Buffalo in 9 miles. I am in the Ace's Adventure Mobile.
That's right.
Ace's Adventure is chauffeuring me around? Yeah. Is that the terminology?
That's fine, yeah. Give me the Buffalonian experience.
The Buffalonian experience? I have no idea where we're even going. I just want to go to Niagara Falls at some point before the end of the evening.
All right.
Downtown Buffalo. There's a baseball stadium there too, home of the Bisons. Okay, we have found a parking spot. This is the city of Niagara Falls. So we're gonna walk along, what's the name of this road?
Falls Avenue, I think?
Falls Avenue. All right, I'm learning something new here. Tell me what was behind you here.
So this is remnants of the old Rainbow Center Factory Outlet Mall, which is still abandoned and somewhat. And where we're walking right now is where the part of the mall in the Winter Garden used to be.
So this right here used to be the mall, inside of the mall?
Yeah, we were inside. This would be where the Winter Garden, where the food court
really?
part of the mall was.
Now on your channel you do a lot of mall, like former malls. So that's how you know about these malls. You see the escalator.
Right there and right there.
Right up there. And this says, "Let's fall in love." Was this part of the mall mural? No.
No, this is recent.
This just says Niagara Falls.
Kind of a,
yep, Old Falls. What did you call it? Just Falls?
Falls Avenue, I think, or something?
Falls Avenue, Old Falls Street. Pretty close. Back here in 2013. For some reason, I seem to remember them being a lot more magnificent than this. when I was here in 2013. I've seen.
Times are tough, you know.
You know, sometimes your memory does not. These are the falls, right?
Yeah, sure.
And there's a little painting over there on the wall. Of course, the U.S. and Canadian border is right where. Is it kind of like right where the falls begin? There's quite a few people down here.
It's neat. Very busy time of year.
Yeah, it's touristy season. Okay, we are here. You know, I think maybe I've been to the Canada side. I don't know if I've ever been to the U.S. side. Years ago, I think I went to the, where's the Horseshoe Falls in comparison to this? So, this is where we're going to be walking over to. The Horseshoe Falls are up here.
Yeah, out of the view.
So not even, so here on the U.S. side, they don't even show the Canada side. They're like, that doesn't even exist. Oh yeah, this water is roaring past. Look at all the seagulls over there. So that's the Canada side. Yeah, I've never been over here on this side. I've always been over on that other side. That's interesting. What's the name of this island over here?
Goat Island.
Goat Island, named after goats? It just has a nickname, Goat, like G-O-A-T.
Goat G-O-A-T, yeah.
And you were saying as we were walking up, there was a car stuck in here for like a couple months?
Yeah, there was a car that plunged over and was stuck upside down for a few months and eventually went over the top.
So do you think the car was stuck here for a couple months and then eventually just went over the ledge over there?
Eventually worked its way free. I got stuck in a rock and eventually worked its way free.
So it's probably down at the bottom of the falls.
I think they pulled it out.
They pulled it out?
Yeah.
How would you get that out?
A whole lot of ingenuity.
Right. All right, let's walk down there. This is awesome. I've never seen it from this perspective. Just the force of this water. Yeah, if you hopped in there, it would not end well. How did we get over there?
How fast can you swim?
I can swim, but I cannot battle this rippling current. All those people over there. Okay, that's not the Canada side though there. That's the US side still.
Yeah.
That has to be an amazing overlook though. Yeah, this is very impressive. Look at the boat down there. The Maid of the Mist. The Maiden of the Mist. Is it Maid or Maiden of the Mist?
Maid of the Mist. There's like 3 or 4.
Did you say Maiden?
Maid of.
The Maid
The Iron Maiden of the Mist.
The Iron Maiden of the Mist. Look, that's where they board down there.
Oh yeah.
And then also, for like a couple bucks, go up on that little ledge. We should do that.
Absolutely. Living on the ledge.
This is awesome. All those birds over there. Man, look at this roaring power of this water. That is incredible. Okay, Horseshoe Falls are right over that way. Let me zoom in a little bit. So where all that mist is kind of popping up is Horseshoe Falls, which is where I believe Superman 2 was filmed. Of course, I always have to, any place I go, I have to throw in a little 80s, early 80s movie trivia. Superman 2. When Clark disappears, Lois wonders where he is, all of a sudden Superman swoops in. Right over there. Not from this angle, but it's over there. We have to go get a ticket to go over here on this ledge. All right, there's a lot more people waiting in line for this. We don't really have to go on that little overlook. I think we got a pretty good view as it is already. Have you ever seen the line that long before? Never?
Peak tourist season.
Yeah. I think we got a pretty good view from where we were though.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that?
Groundhog. I think. A hedgehog?
Is that a groundhog? It is. It's a. Is that a beaver? It's a beaver. Is that a beaver or a groundhog? I guess a beaver.
I can't tell.
I think groundhogs are smaller than that.
I don't know. That looks like a groundhog.
Or it's a gopher. It's either a gopher, a beaver, or a groundhog.
Well, with the groundhog, he's about 4 months too late.
That is amazing. Don't get too close to the water. How close it is to the falls. Stay away from the water, groundhog, beaver, gopher. Okay, we're walking across the bridge over to Goat Island. I think that's how those people got to the other side of the water, across this bridge to Goat Island. Okay, heading towards Cave of the Winds. We are on Luna Island right now. I guess Goat Island is behind us. We're heading to Luna Island. Maybe we can see the Bridal Veil Falls. That'd be cool. And Horseshoe Falls you might be able to see from here. All right, you can see Horseshoe Falls from the US side. Look at this. Glad we follow the signs. You ever been down to this section?
This is my first time.
So you've only been up to the other area.
Right.
So what I was zoomed in earlier was down here. So you just gotta walk a little. It's like probably like a, I don't know, quarter of a mile, half a mile.
Yeah.
Kind of perched on that rock right there are 4, maybe 5 seagulls. There's Horseshoe Falls. Called that, most likely. I would imagine because it looks like a horseshoe.
Yeah.
Look at all that mist. That is, wow. It feels like you're like, it feels like the ground is shaking. It's like earthquake.
Right.
Look at that. That's a heck of a lot of ponchos down there on that boat. Are you waving? Getting some serious Roman 2 vibes going on right now. Of course, there's the other side, the Canada side, but this is kind of getting the same vibes there. Man, that is right by the ledge.
We're like 3 feet from the water.
Yeah, look at this right down there.
This concrete before the railing was here, how scary that must have been.
Yeah, just a little concrete worker. Now where we originally started was right over there at those falls. Unbeknownst to us, if you just walk a ways, you can go closer to the Horseshoe Falls over here. And they even have a trolley that rolls through here. Niagara Falls State Park, USA trolley. And stopped in one of the gift shops here. Let's see if I can find myself a magnet. I always like to have magnets for my fridge. Maybe I'll get one of these. Kind of like this one. Oh, this is kind of neat. I like that one. Niagara Falls, and then here's like the logo. Made my decision and going with the throwback looking one. They sell these bags, but I think this is frowned upon. I don't think you're supposed to go over on a barrel or walk the tightrope. They also have stickers here as well. All right, we're back over to where the old mall was. See some busted out windows. This is kind of peeking in the window of the old mall. Gone.
Waste.
From existence. I also bought a shirt. I bought a Niagara Falls shirt. Here, hold this real quick. Let me show the shirt. I can get it out here. This is, it's almost like a Rolling Stones where the water is going out of the lips. Right there. That's pretty good. It was like 15 bucks. All right, heading over to the Love Canal. Named after someone with the last name of Love, so it's not a canal that you fall in love at. That's what I thought it was at first when you told me about it. It's got an interesting history. We'll be over there shortly. So all through here used to be a bunch of houses that were torn down. How many houses are left?
4, maybe 3,
like
4.
3 or 4?
Yeah.
See, it's all grown over. So the ground is, like what's underground is dangerous?
There are, well, the New York State says they've cleaned up a lot of the toxic chemicals.
Okay, toxic chemicals are under the ground.
Like dioxin and things like that, yeah. But to this day, it's debatable if it's safe or not.
There's a few residents that were told to leave, but they didn't leave. Their houses are still back here.
Yep.
There's one of them right up here.
I actually interviewed this lady several years ago.
Oh, you interviewed her?
Yeah, it's a lady, she's like 85 years old. She lives there by herself.
She's like, I'm not leaving.
No. Her husband passed away and she wanted to stay here, so. And people unfortunately come back here. And this house is abandoned and nobody is living in it. However, when you go by at night, someone has electrical cords that are going to the house. So I suspect that someone is possibly squatting.
So you see, they've mowed their yard, but then all this other property is kind of overgrown. And there's a fenced off area over there that the government owns that is completely fenced off, and it's really illegal to walk past that fence line because it's very dangerous chemical wise. You said someone lives on property and checks the balance of
right. Yeah, like the soil and the the water quality on it stuff. It's just like apocalyptic down here. Just nothing.
It's like an empty suburb.
Right. Kind of like Centralia, sort of.
Yeah, kind of Centralia-ish. Except there's no steam coming out from underneath the ground.
Just couches.
Just couches and debris. I think those are leaves in that bag. I was kind of, for a second, I was like, what's in that bag?
And some companies have leased out the land. You can see here that they're using it for storage for their trucking business and whatnot.
Yeah. They're just renting it out so they can park their trucks on it.
Yeah. Toxic truckers.
Yeah, that was like a street that would go over to the fenced off area. That's so wild.
Say it'll probably, in all honesty, never be inhabitable again.
It's kind of like Pitcher, Oklahoma is that way too.
Yeah.
Pitcher, Oklahoma is similar to that, where it's dangerous to... Oh, there's a deer. A deer just went by.
Toxic deer.
Toxic deer.
And then just a house.
Just another house.
People just living their lives, but that one's abandoned.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting some Pitcher, Oklahoma vibes.
The old clothing poles out back.
Look at all that rubble back there. Look at that.
A lot of rubble.
All right, that's not safe.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Wow.
It's like a power pole that's just cut down to about 6 feet
gnawed
tall.
off.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not very
You think
safe.
that's live?
I don't want to find out.
That's not, yeah, I don't want to get out and touch that. That's not safe.
Shocking.
Shocking. All right, this old mall has seen better days. It's been closed for how many years? 20 years?
Almost 20 years, yeah.
20 years this mall's been closed. Now on your channel, Ace's Adventure.
Ace's Adventures, yeah.
Ace's Adventures. So you go on more than one adventure.
Oh, yeah.
You do a lot of mall stuff, like empty malls and whatnot,
Yeah.
but you've never been in this one.
No.
So this is kind of like your, I'll say a bucket list, but this is something you really want to get into.
Yeah. I always try to do it with permission, so I just wait for permission.
Just waiting for permission. One day you'll be in this mall.
Yeah.
I'll have to tune in if that ever happens. So this is a pretty cool retro looking mall.
This is the old Sears right here.
What's the name of this mall?
The Summit Mall.
The Summit Mall. There you go, there's a concert hall right there. This is the old Sears. There's like 3 types of malls I found.
Yeah.
Thriving, completely closed, or ones that only have 2 stores open. Those are the 3 levels of malls. This would be under a closed mall. Nothing's open. I like the ones that have 1 store and you can walk around an empty mall. Those are kind of the fun ones.
Or it feels like it's closed.
It feels like it's closed, but you're allowed in. You have permission to get in. And they used to have a bus stop at the other end of the parking lot. Right over there, the bus stop has been spray painted over. No bus stop here anymore. Well,
just a grill.
Just a grill in there. Just a grill in the where the bus stop was.
Oh, another payphone.
Oh, there is a payphone over there. Well, just the shell, the skeleton of the payphone. Just imagine some of the locals taking the bus, getting dropped off here, going doing some shopping at the mall.
After the mall closed, this bus station ran for a while and they eventually just gave up on it.
The Bonton. You see someone has tried to get in that window there. There's a piece of wood over the front.
That's what you call a label scar.
A label scar?
Yeah, that's a terminology for the one go sign or just
a label scar, I like that. Now there is an open active water park over here on this property next to a place that was called Fantasy Island, a theme park that has since closed down and is going to be reopening, but there is no tentative date on when that will happen. But you can see the windows here for the ticket booths were busted out. The good news is all this, well, the broken glass is not good news, but all this at some point will be reopened, this theme park. Little, well, amusement park, let's call it. And it's all fenced off and can't go over the fence. But you can kind of take a peek through here and see where the train ride went by. Some of the theming through there as well. And the front admission gates with the turnstiles. Did you ever go here back in the day?
years ago, yeah.
When you were a youth?
I was a little ace.
So give me the rundown. This is going to reopen?
Yeah, so the water park is open first, and then they're going to slowly work on this and hopefully get this going within a year or so.
Within a year or so?
Yeah.
And peeking through the fence, you can see the roller coaster over there, and some of the roller coaster ride vehicles are kind of tucked away over in the parking lot over here. Can't walk over here past this fence line, but can walk over and look at the ride vehicles. They're in the open accessible lot where we parked. Yeah, the entire coaster is here, completely unassembled. You see the ride track, the ride vehicles. The name of it is the Serpent. So if this ever reopens, I'm gonna have to come revisit and ride the Serpent when it's finally put back together, whenever the heck that will be. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. This pirate has like something jabbed through either side of his earlobes right here. So kind of like, that is awesome. Look at that. Oh yeah, this is a shark head, shark mouth. Shark mouth. There's some fish and dolphins down there too. Now I have Big the Foot, you have a little tree air freshener.
And Josh Allen.
Going over this bridge, which is a pretty cool looking bridge. All right, gonna get a bite to eat here at right at downtown, Dino BBQ. It's in the old Universal International building, which is kind of interesting. What's the history on the Universal International building?
This is where they used to store silent film. This was their warehouse where all the silent film reels would be stored back in the day.
Definitely has that old kind of Hollywood style vibe with the architecture there. Like I guess you consider this like kind of Art Deco, kind of, sort of?
Sort of, yeah.
And you got the globe, Universal International.
Gosh, how long has it been since it's even been called that?
It's been a long time. And then up top you got the dino holding a plate of ribs or something. And then a pig here on the front. Little does the pig realize, should also point out that it's kind of confusing because it says, you know, people are probably wondering, is this a barbecue place or a Universal Enter? So enter, you enter through here, but it's spelled up top with an I because it's supposed to be international. That's, you know, that's I-N-T-E-R, not E-N-T-E-R. And then inside, you know, stepping inside, I wonder if it looks anything like how it did back in the day, or does it look more like a barbecue place inside?
A little bit of both.
little bit of both. A little bit of a mixture of kind of the new times of the BBQ joint and old time with the Universal International silent film storage facility inside. It's barbecue time. And also discovered that the exterior of this building did not always look like this. When the barbecue place bought the property and they started renovating it, they took the outer shell. The outer shell was covered up with the Universal International, so they decided to leave it this way, but found some old photos and it was completely enclosed and covered up. You couldn't even tell that this was here. So really glad that the Dino BBQ left it like this. I ended up getting a few things. I got an appetizer of some deviled eggs that were like a little bit spicy, and then I ended up getting my entree, which was a pulled pork sandwich. I really like the bread on it, and I got some mac and cheese and mashed potatoes and gravy. What'd you end up getting?
I got the Dino burger.
The Dino burger. What's the Dino burger?
It's actually pieces of a steak. No, it's just like an Angus cheeseburger.
An Angus cheeseburger. The food was really good, and the sun's slowly starting to set. Walking over here to Shea's Buffalo Theater. Look at this old neon. This is a thing of beauty. Yeah, this is awesome. There's an event going on tonight as well. Yeah, this is awesome. I see a lot of these old neon signs that are kind of decomposing and falling apart. This thing is in full working order. All right, we're walking inside just to kind of get a look inside the...
He's never seen it before, I thought. Okay. Yeah. This one is beautiful.
Yeah, we're not allowed to walk past here, but looking at the ticket booth here and everything. The old doors. Oh wow, look at that. Look at those chandeliers up there. This is great. Wow. That's definitely a style from the 80s, that kind of slanted glass roof like that. This bank here on the corner of Main and Huron is pretty impressive. What's the building behind it over there to the side?
That's the electric tower.
The electric tower? It looks like a spark plug.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Kind of looks like a spark plug. Look at this bank, Buffalo Savings Bank. That's something else. It does have a very vintage look to it. Got City Hall down there at the end. So here's another Tim Hortons. You were just telling me a fun fact. How many Tim Hortons are there in the Buffalo area?
Over 200.
200 Tim Hortons just in the Buffalo area.
That's a lot of Timbits.
That's a lot. This is another former mall, the Main Place Mall. They still got the neon inside there. I can see the escalators too. Closed. This was a walkway from the mall to the other building?
Yes, this was an AM&A's department store. Closed for many, many years.
Look at this walkway over the train tracks. That is awesome. I'm liking the ambiance here of this light, the sound this light is making. Look, there's Lady Liberty up there. Statue of Liberty up on top of the building.
There's two of them.
There's two of them?
Yeah, there's one on each end.
Now I'm wondering what this little crow's nest is over here in front of this building next to the train station. There's like a little kind of a pirate ship looking crow's nest on top of a... What is that? Alright, I'm seeing both of them up there now. But this has me very curious of what this was or is. There's like no ladder or anything. Very interesting. And with the sunset off in the distance, that's going to do it for today. See you in the next video. The vlog is over.